And good evening, Oswego, and welcome to WTOP 10 Thursday Night News, your connection to Oswego and beyond. Reporting live from the WTOP World Headquarters in the Campus Center, I'm Anthony Hill.
And I'm Kathy Roller. Today is March 3rd, and your news, sports, and weather all before the first commercial break. Let's take a look at your TOP stories. 10 News starts now.
We start tonight with breaking news out of the country of Libya. Several of powerful tribes have stated that they are in support of the rebellion. The Zawiya tribe, based in the petroleum-rich east of the country, has threatened to cut off the oil flow. The Banu Ali tribe has decided to withdraw its men from the country's security brigade. And the Zantine tribe, which was once an ally to Gaddafi's past tribe, has stated that they are fully supporting the rebellion. Libya has 140 tribes. One person has stated that, and I quote, "Americans pride themselves on God and country, but in Libya, it's God, tribe, then country."
New updates from Wisconsin. At least 41 rounds of a .22 caliber ammunition have been found outside the Capitol building. The Wisconsin State Senate has approved a resolution that would have absentee Democratic lawmakers in contempt of the state. On February 17th, 14 Democrats fled to Illinois in order to prevent a quorum on a budget repair bill. The passage of the bill will result in elimination of collective bargaining and would require public workers to provide for more of their retirement plan and health care premiums. However, whether or not the contempt measure is constitutional is still unclear. And now we'll take a look at our current conditions outside with meteorologist James Gilbert. James, what is it looking out there?
All right, it seems like we have some technical difficulties. Want to see if we can get back to James Gilbert, but officials say a German man originally from Kosovo confessed to killing 2 American airmen on a military bus at the Frankfurt airport. Fred Plitgen has details.
2 American service members killed and 2 severely wounded, shot at the terminal of Germany's Frankfurt airport, allegedly by this man. Arid Uka, a 21-year-old German of Kosovaran descent. Authorities say Uka is a radicalized Muslim and has confessed that he came to the airport with a handgun specifically to kill U.S. troops. He wanted to conduct an attack on American soldiers, this official says. He said that was his only aim. He did not have any other goals. At this stage of the investigation, it seems he acted on his own. We cannot make out a terrorist network at this point. German authorities tell CNN Uka worked in the postal center at Frankfurt's airport and that his radicalization happened in a matter of weeks. He changed his Facebook profile name to Abu Rayyan and started posting links to Islamist content, officials say. Arid Uka lives in this Frankfurt neighborhood with his parents. When we showed up, no one was willing to speak.
While Uka's parents didn't want to speak to us, the neighbors here describe him as a friendly young man, also someone who didn't have very much contact to the other people here in the house. Certainly those we spoke to say they are shocked and never would have believed he would have been capable of something like this.
Uka's uncle and a family friend echo that feeling. What can I say? It's a catastrophe, the uncle says, and the family friend adds, all I can say is that it's a black day for us and for the Albanian people. I can't say anything else. German investigators say Uka spent a lot of time on this website called Dawa FFM, which they say is run by radical Frankfurt Imam Sheikh Abdelatif. He's well known to German authorities. Police raided apartments of members of Abdelatif's group in Frankfurt about a week ago, suspecting the imam of spreading radical Islamist ideology. No charges have been brought against him as of now, and investigators say they never came across Uka's name during the course of the search. We attempted to contact the imam.
This is the mosque where Sheikh Abdulatif is the imam. Now, we went to the door and we asked for him. They say at this stage he's not here and they're not sure when he's going to return.
Germany has increased security at American installations in the country, and authorities say after this incident they will have to rethink the way they protect Americans in this allied nation. Fred Plitgen, CNN, Frankfurt, Germany.
Today, a Pakistani provincial court ruled that Raymond Davis does not have diplomatic immunity. Davis is a CIA contractor who was accused of killing 2 Pakistani men. According to prosecutor Asad Mazur Butt, Davis will not receive immunity because neither Davis nor the Pakistani government provided documents stating his diplomatic immunity. However, Davis was not charged today because his lawyer claims that they have not received all the documents that would serve as evidence against him. On March 14th, the Lahore High Court will rule on whether or not Davis will be immune.
8 former Argentine military officers went to trial this week facing allegations that they stole children. These babies are said to be taken from political prisoners and given new identities. The accusations stem from children stolen during the Dirty War from 1976 to 1983. Among the defendants are former dictator Jorge Videla, who is currently serving a life sentence in prison for human rights abuses during his rule. Also, former dictator Ronaldo Bignone, who is currently serving 25 years in prison for kidnapping and torturing 56 people. And now let's take a look at your sports news with Evan Duffy.
Thanks, Kathy. The Oswego's men's basketball makes their NCAA tournament premiere tomorrow night in Max Zeal Gymnasium in Laker Hall. The Lakers will enter the tournament with a record of 23-4 and will play 17-11 Wells College tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. The winner of that matchup will move on to play in Max Zeal Gym Saturday night against the winner of Penn State Behrend and Rhode Island College. The game that will occur tomorrow night at 5:30, preceding the Oswego-Wells game. All 3 games will be available here on WTOP for more sports. Stay tuned for my full sports report later in the newscast. Back to you guys.
In Fulton, Michael Watkins was charged with attempted murder, burglary, and criminal use of a firearm. On Saturday morning, he shot George Manford because he was jealous that Manford was dating his ex-girlfriend. Manford has said that he'd gotten a fight with Watkins around New Year's, but hasn't seen him since then. Manford has been released from Upstate University Medical Center in Syracuse. The ex-girlfriend, however, in this whole case stated, and I quote, "Mike is crazy, and I don't want to go to court over this," end quote.
A suspended Jordan Elberts High School principal filed a lawsuit in order to lift his ban from school property. David Zenner also asked the state Supreme Court judge to remove a reprimand from his file. The reprimand was written by the superintendent following the meeting on January 19th. Zenner also requests that the judge declares that he was illegally removed from the meeting. According to the interim superintendent, Zenner violated board protocol by making various personal comments. However, Zenner denies in court papers that he was disruptive during any of the meetings.
And in Phoenix, firefighters were called around 9:30 this morning for a house that was ablaze. Phoenix Police Chief Rod Carr said he had a hard time convincing the owner of the house, Charles Wilson, and his wife to get out. The couple didn't want to leave because the dogs were still in the burning house. Carr said, and I quote, "The smoke was just billowing out of the roof," end quote. The dogs eventually made it out and nobody was hurt. And let's toss it over to weather.
It's pretty clear in New York, but very stormy over the Great Lakes. Will this be affecting us soon? Stay tuned. You're watching WTOP.
Located at 31 West Bridge Street, serving New York-style pizza, wings, sandwiches, wraps, and desserts. Dine in, take out, or order delivery by calling 315-342-4255.
The SUNY Oswego Music Department will host its 5th annual collage concert this weekend.
The overall theme is the very eclectic nature of it. It's a quick juxtapositions from one act to the next. We're going to have a mix of the large student ensembles, which includes the college community orchestra, the college choir, the state singers, the jazz ensemble.
Be sure to catch the collage concert this Saturday at 4 p.m. in Waterman Theater.
Was gonna be there anyway. But thinking of you's working on my appetite. Looking forward to a little afternoon delight. Mama and sister so together making sparks ignite. And the thought of loving you so exciting. Sky rockets in flight. Boo! Afternoon delight. I think you got it.
Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
All right, freedom of speech is guaranteed by the Bill of Rights in the United States, at least, but this is not so in other parts of the world. Today, 4 journalists and professors from the country of Azerbaijan came to Oswego State as a part of their 4-week tour of the United States. They had the chance to attend Dr. Gilligan's investigative reporting class, where students discussed the Freedom of Information Act. They also had the chance to tour Oswego State's media outlets, such as the Oswegonian, WNYO, and where I'm sitting right here, the WTOP World Headquarters.
A new grant has been funded for students to travel to Brazil. The $160,000 grant will allow 30 students in science-related fields to study at Brazil's global laboratories. 15 $5,000 scholarships will be offered this summer and cover nearly all expenses. The application deadline is April 1st and applies to students majoring in science, technology, engineering, and math.
It was like raining money in Sydney Tuesday afternoon. The Commonwealth Bank ATMs wrongly dishing out free cash, if you will. It became so chaotic, the fraud squad issued a warning that anyone keeping the money would be committing a criminal offense. Damian Ryan reports from Sydney.
The technical glitch had some customers believing they'd hit the jackpot. Up to 40 ATMs in Sydney shelling out more money than people had in their accounts.
A young bloke at the machine and putting the card in and just spitting out lots of $500.
Actually, I was just at a shopping centre and there was a line-up of 20 more people. And each one of them, one took out $2,500, another one took out $1,000.
And word spread quickly.
Well, I heard about the Commonwealth Bank, they're giving out free money. I hear that's very good.
But warning, money is never free. And this afternoon, the fraud squad stepped in.
We want to stress that if people keep money dispensed by these ATMs, they're not entitled to, and they know they're not entitled to it, they may well be committing a serious criminal offence.
For other customers, it was a rude shock, withdrawing money and then discovering their accounts had been empty. The Commonwealth scrambled to stop the flood of money by shutting down its entire ATM network. Online banking has also been disrupted, and that led to big queues at branches.
It's a big problem, we can't get any money out.
But I would have liked to have used net banking, but they said that's down.
Today's meltdown is being blamed on maintenance work carried out last night. It's the second major glitch for the CommBank in 3 months.
Well, as these big companies are pushing us more and more towards technology gateways such as internet banking and ATMs, when this kind of thing happens, it causes more and more concern to customers.
Damian Ryan, 9 News.
And now here's a full look at your weather forecast with James Gilbert. What's going on out there?
Thanks, Anthony. Hi, I'm your meteorologist, James Gilbert. Right now, looking at our current conditions, we're feeling a really cool 16 degrees right now. It is very chilly outside with a wind chill of 9 degrees. We're feeling a dew point of -2, so we're having really dry air out there. This pressure right here at 30.62 inches of mercury is really high, so it is really dry air out there right now, and that's what we're feeling. We're seeing a few clouds outside, but relatively clear sky. Looking at our almanac, we had an unseasonably cold day today. I know all of you outside, there was some sun, but it was really cold. High of 22, which was actually the average low of 22 on average for March 3rd. We've actually felt a -3 early this morning, which was really nastily cold. No precipitation today, though, which was nice. We did see a lot of sun, and our sunset is creeping ever so close to 6 o'clock. Now, looking at the New York State weather temperatures around, obviously we can see our New York City temps, usually the high at 31. Really cold up in Plattsburgh, 6 degrees, but mostly around western New York. We're seeing around the 20 degrees, 22 in Rochester, 27 over in Jamestown, 10 up in Watertown, so it gets pretty cold once we go up there. Right now, looking at this weather system, that's all we see right now for the Northeast. Really stormy over here in the areas of the Great Lakes. New York, nice and clean, nothing really going on. Pretty clear skies, a few scattered showers, or no, scattered clouds here and there that we'll be seeing. There's that large cloud system that's going to be moving in within our area soon. Nothing right now, but we will be seeing that up and coming. Tonight, it's going to be at 10 degrees, few clouds coming by. Those clouds are going to be moving in as we get in through the morning, tomorrow morning. Winds are going to pick up a little bit, southeast to 10 miles per hour. Looking into our futurecast, this is going to be tomorrow at 10 a.m., so you're going to be going to 10 a.m. classes. We do have a few clouds over here, and there's all that rain and snow over there, rain-snow mix, snow in Canada. And so that's what we're going to be seeing tomorrow morning. During the day tomorrow, again, it's going to be clear in the morning. The snow is going to start coming down with the rain, 36-degree temperature. That sleet and rain, it's going to bounce around 36 degrees, so we may actually see some snow and maybe dangerous driving conditions. So be really careful tomorrow in the afternoon once that precipitation starts coming down. There's that storm tomorrow night moving in, getting ever so close to us. It's going to be coming in real soon. There's a lot of ice, you know, it's going to be dangerous driving conditions like I said, so be careful when you're going out tomorrow night. Temperature's going to be around 34, so we'll see what happens with that precipitation. There's that storm. It's going to be right over us 1 a.m. Saturday, and into Saturday it's going to be raining pretty much most of the weekend, unfortunately, with this storm that's going to be passing us. Looking at our extended forecast, there's all that rain that we're going to be seeing on Saturday, unfortunately, and that's going to go in through Saturday night and into Sunday. And it might actually be possible that we might see somewheres of half an inch of rain actually this weekend. I see a lot of
snow on that weather report right there. But you know, it's really hard to not notice that the snow is actually melting.
Yes, that's very true, yeah. Going outside a week ago, it was like the snow piles were almost as tall as you, but
exactly
getting much smaller, and with the rain on the weekend.
What can be contributed to that? Is it the warm fronts coming in? I mean, you're the meteorologist in this whole thing. What can be contributed to this?
Yeah, well, definitely we have a lot of high pressure right now, which is bringing a lot of dry air. So that's helping reduce this. And once that rain comes in, 40-degree temperatures. It's going to be out 40 on Saturday, which is nice, but with rain is associated with that.
All right, so. Thanks a lot.
And when we come back, we'll have Adam Shear with our technology update.
The SUNY Oswego Music Department will host its 5th annual collage concert this weekend.
The overall theme is the very eclectic nature of it. It's a quick juxtapositions from one act to the next. We're going to have a mix of the large student ensembles, which includes the college community orchestra, the college choir, the state singers, the jazz ensemble.
Be sure to catch the collage concert this Saturday at 4 p.m. in Waterman Theater.
Oswego MBA program helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Got a good thing going and I wanna see it. Oh, no, no, no.
Hi, we're Real Big Fish.
And you're watching WTOP 10.
Like the number.
Cam's Pizzeria, located at 31 West Bridge Street, serving New York-style pizza, wings, sandwiches, wraps, and desserts. Dine in, take out, or order delivery by calling 315-342-4255.
some amazing gadgets are coming this month, and Adam Shear has the scoop. Here's Adam Shear with your technology update.
Thanks, Kathy. Good evening, Oswego. I'm Adam Shear, and this is your technology update. Apple has finally unveiled the highly anticipated successor to the #1 tablet in the world. The iPad 2 is finally official, and it contains major updates to the hardware, including a dual-core processor and 9 times the graphical power. It also plays catch-up with the iPhone 4 and the newest iPod Touch by adding a gyroscope for enhanced motion controls in games, a front-facing camera for FaceTime video calling, and a camera on the back which shoots HD video. New applications will come with the iPad 2, such as Photo Booth, which, like the popular Mac app, allows you to make pictures of yourself and add effects. iMovie and GarageBand for iPad were also announced. The movie and music editing apps will cost $4.99 each on the App Store. The two things that remain constant are the same great battery life and the same price, starting at $499. All this in a package that's 33% thinner than the original iPad. The iPad 2 will release in both black and white colors on March 11th. Last week, Nintendo launched the Nintendo 3DS in Japan, the successor to the most successful portable game system of all time, which includes a 3D screen that does not require special glasses, sold out of its first shipment of 400,000 units in less than a day. This should be a warning to anyone in America who wants a Nintendo 3DS on day one to go pre-order as soon as possible. I called various GameStops in the central New York area, and they say that they will most likely stop taking pre-orders on the $249 handheld sometime within the next 2 weeks. Some said even sooner. I'll have more information on Nintendo 3DS as we get closer to its North American launch on March 27th. Once again, I'm Adam Shear, and this has been your technology update.
Thanks, Adam. You know, I am not really a big gamer, but I think the Nintendo 3D is a really cool idea.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Definitely.
You don't need the 3D glasses like you normally need.
Right.
You know what I think is interesting too? A lot of people are saying this is the year for the tablet, if you will, because all these companies are coming out with tablets. And do you think that Apple rather, had to come out with part 2 of it? Because what is the other company that came? What is it? Motorola?
Motorola, HP, a lot of companies are having tablets this year. Even Steve Jobs made a comment on that yesterday when unveiling it. He said, people thought 2011.
A lot of competition there.
Yep. He said he thought 2011 would be the year of the copycats, but it's really the year of the iPad 2.
Thanks so much, Adam.
You're
Get
welcome.
ready for state news. New York State Governor Andrew Cuomo has put forth a new 2-year spending plan, and he's changing the amount of monetary allocation for education and Medicaid. This year, education will be given $19.4 billion, but this time around next year, education will receive $20.2 billion, a $1 billion difference, by the way. This year, Medicaid will receive $15.1 billion, but next year, the amount will be hiked to $15.7 billion.
Governor Andrew Cuomo has made slight alteration in his prison closure plan. The budget amendment gives the Prison Closure Task Force the power to decide what prisons to close. Prior to this change, the ultimate decision was left to the State Department of Correction Services. State Republicans pressured Cuomo to make this change, complaining that he would have the final say and could potentially overrule any of the group's decisions. Cuomo is seeking $100 million from the prison closures. The task force will not decide what prisons to close until after the budget is passed. And now let's take a look at the full sports with Evan Duffy.
New York Islanders forward Trevor Giles will most likely be suspended for a hit on Cal Clutterbuck of the Minnesota Wild last night. Giles hit Clutterbuck from behind after Clutterbuck took a boarding penalty on the Islanders' Justin DiBenedetto. Giles has just returned from a 9-game suspension for an earlier elbowing to the head incident with Pittsburgh's Tangardi. The NHL will decide Giles' fate tomorrow night in a personal meeting requirement for suspending a player more than 5 games. Ex-New York Giant and New Orleans Saint Jeremy Shockey signed a one-year contract with the Carolina Panthers on Tuesday. Shockey was released from the New Orleans Saints after 3 seasons of injury-plagued performances, receiving 408 yards and 3 touchdowns last season. Carolina coach Ron Rivera signed Shockey for a 4-time Pro Bowler in order to strengthen a struggling Panthers offense. Rivera himself is new to the head coaching position in Carolina, replacing coach John Fox, who led the Panthers to a dismal 2-14 record last season. Most Laker hockey fans last year will remember 2 of the team's highest scorers quite well, Neil Musselwhite and Eric Selleck. After the end of last season, Selleck signed an NHL entry-level contract, and he's playing for the Rochester Americans in the AHL. Musselwhite fell off the radar to play in German semi-pro hockey, but is back in the States. The ex-Laker played a successful stint in the CHL for the Fort Wayne Comets and now playing for the ECHL, team being the Cincinnati Cyclones. That's it for sports. Now back over to Anthony and Kathy.
All right, thanks a lot. And when we come back, we'll take a look at the lighter side of news.
Cam's Pizzeria, located at 31 West Bridge Street, serving New York-style pizza, wings, sandwiches, wraps, and desserts. Dine in, take out, or order delivery by calling 315-342-4255.
TOP, brought to you by the letter W.
The SUNY Oswego Music Department will host its 5th annual collage concert this weekend.
The overall theme is the very eclectic nature of it. It's a quick juxtapositions from one act to the next. We're going to have a mix of the large student ensembles, which includes the college community orchestra, the college choir, the state singers, the jazz ensemble.
Be sure to catch the collage concert this Saturday at 4 p.m. in Waterman Theater.
Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
And talk about zoom, zoom, zoom. Remember that, right? The Japanese car company Mazda has recalled 65,000 cars. And it's all because of spiders. Yeah, spiders. The 2009-2010 Mazda 6 is the model being recalled. Today, the company said that a spider can weave a web in a vent connected to the fuel tank system, clogging the ventilation system. This effect could cause fuel leakage. Mazda spokesperson Jeremy Barnes said, and I quote, "The webs were linked to the yellow sac spider," end quote. Let's send it over to weather.
Well, right now, looking at our Class Day forecast, I don't know if we can see it, but we're going to wake up to a 24 in the morning, and it's going to go through, and it'll be raining in the afternoon, basically, is what we're going to see. So get ready for that in the evening time.
It's going to be pretty nice next week?
Well, we'll see some rain this weekend.
All right. Good night, everybody. I'm Anthony Hill.
And I'm Kathy Roller.
I'm James Gilbert.
And I'm Evan Duffy.
Have a great night. I'll see you.